Right then, welcome back. It is 8:25 on a Saturday morning, and we are on our way down to Newcastle to get the bike serviced. We've done 563 miles as per the second running in video. I haven't touched it, well, I've washed it, adjusted the chain, which was a whole different dilemma. But yeah, I need to get some fuel, I'm out of gas, and then we're down to Newcastle, first service. And hopefully on the way back we can have a bit of fun.
There's a rainbow for you and me, a beautiful sunrise eternally.
Right then, first service done.
Message, music.
Yes, music indeed. Obviously it cost nothing because of the service plan. So yeah, now we can, well, we can give it a bit of hokey cokey without worrying about knackering anything. So it should be quite an entertaining ride home. I suspect it's a different quality of oil because the bike feels a little bit more vibey, and this right hand mirror is miles out, but hey ho. Well, the brakes work.
Right, that's enough mucking about then. This is the Saturday after the service, and we're going to do a bit of basic maintenance. We're going to degrease the chain because it's stinking. They're the tools you need. And if you don't have a Makita and other bits and bobs, it's just a wrench and a 19mm socket. And the first thing we're going to do is take the vanity panel off the exhaust, which is that bolt there. Now, you don't need to take this off to get the exhaust off. However, if you have a little bit of a dropsy moment or you're prone to dropping things, then I would take it off because it will protect the beautifulness of your bike. The next thing is the exhaust clamp, those two bolts there. So the Allen key bolt for the vanity panel was a 5mm. The bolts for the exhaust clamp are 12mm. There's two of them. And then there's a hanger bolt up on the top of the exhaust, which is again another 12mm bolt and a 12mm nut, which were pretty easy to get off. Nothing was tightened particularly massively hulked or anything like that. I think 20 pound-foot is the recommended setting for all them, or just nipped up in engineering speak. So we've whipped the exhaust off. Next thing we've got to do is get the wheel off. Now I have already undone these with the big Clark impact, which you really don't want to hear. So I'm just zipping the nuts off the back wheel with a Makita. They weigh a ton, by the way. They're all nice and shiny and new, but they weigh a ton. They're 19mm. A couple of quick taps and the back wheel comes away. Happy days. Look at the complicated mess under there. Now, you didn't want to watch me spend 10 minutes degreasing a chain, so I used a citrus-based degreaser to be nice to the O-rings in the chain. Give it a quick spray on, wipe round, then used a brake and clutch cleaner to remove most of the dirt. And look at the difference that made. She is absolutely beautiful. Cleaned all the back carrier and sprocket as well. There's going to be some residue. You're not going to get everything off. It's just, it was covered in manky chain wax, and I don't like it. I would prefer to have a nice new Renthal chain and sprockets, but at the minute it doesn't need one, and I can't justify the expense because we've spent money on other things, but more on that soon. And refitting is just a reversal of removal. The first thing we do is pop the back wheel on. It's studs and lugs, which is very helpful. Thank you, Mr. Honda. So you just pop it on, get it seated, and then Once you've got a couple on and she's nice and flush, we're just going to zip them up with the Makita. Torque is, I think it was £80 foot, 100 and change Newton meters. The Makita doesn't do it that tight, so I've just nipped them up with that. I'll torque them up when it's on the ground. We pop the exhaust back on. The gasket for the exhaust is captive inside the end. You've got to absolutely mull it. See, that's why you take the vanity panel off, because you do stupid things like dropping things. Yeah, it's captive inside the end of the exhaust, so unless you muller it, you're not going to get it out. Tighten the exhaust clamp bolts back up. I always do front and then rear, and don't tighten the hanger bolt until everything else is tight. Let the exhaust find where it wants to sit. Don't force it into an unnatural position. The collector, if everything goes well, and the downpipes are going to get changed. They're going to get changed for something a little more rude. I'm going to keep the standard can, so it'll look standard, Mr. Officer, but it obviously won't be. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's not what we've bought. We've bought something else that we need much more than the downpipes. And then the vanity panel, 2 little rubber lugs at the back end near the back wheel, and then you just got to find the hole for the 5mm bolt at the front. Missed it the first time, thought it was in, it wasn't, and then just a little bit of a feel behind the panel with your finger and you'll be able to locate it. And she screws in a tree. There's a little rubber washer as well, so you can't really over tighten it. And that's it. Job's a cod. Now the most dangerous bit, getting it off the paddock stand. Yes, never a pleasure when you buy yourself. My advice, put the side stand down and take your time. I put the little rubber matting down because there's degreaser and brake cleaner and all sorts all over the floor, and I didn't want to drag the back wheel through it. We tightened the wheel bolts up to £80 foot. And there we go, spanking. There's a little bit of residue, it's gonna be leaking stuff off the next couple of days, but I'll go outside and tidy it up. And there you are, one clean, beautified chain. Oh, that bike. It is a good looking bike. Thanks for watching. I'll do another video on the dash so you can all have a look through that. And I might do one of the mods as well, but I might wait till next time I'm out and show you all the things I've stuck on. But yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. You're all legends, and fingers crossed I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe, peace.